Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto and NFTs every day. I'm WendyO. This is the Saturday stream, and we're going to be talking about why this could potentially be your last chance to buy Bitcoin. Yes, I know, it's very much clickbait, but it kind of is true. And this does have to do with Bitcoin having a finite supply of 21 million. And currently, I believe that we only have about 19 million due to human error because humans make mistakes. And now with the Bitcoin spot ETFs, we have some serious competition. The institutions are here, it is public, and they have a certain amount of Bitcoin that they need to hold to be able to continue to do business. So let's go ahead and talk about that a little bit, okay? As you guys know, I am a firm believer that that Blackrock, essentially has been invested and interested in Bitcoin for quite some time. There's an OTC desk that I used to host my meetups at, Crypto Space in San Pedro. And, when you hang out at an OTC desk, you hear a lot of different things going on, different interesting people come in. But it has always been well known in the industry that traditional finance has been into crypto, is interested in Bitcoin, and they do it under other entities. And this is a common practice that's done in traditional finance and other types of businesses as well. But now, because they have these Bitcoin spot ETFs, they actually have to hold in custody the Bitcoin. So, and again, I'm not a traditional financial expert, but basically my understanding of this is that when you have when you have a spot ETF, you actually have to have custody of that asset. Of course, redemptions are done in cash, which is kind of silly. And so these companies, they have to have large amounts of Bitcoin. And it actually does look like, I think it's Blackrock and Fidelity, I think they do have more Bitcoin than MicroStrategy now, and the amount is going to continue to increase. So there's quite a bit of rumors, especially circulated on Twitter, that BlackRock and a lot of these institutions are going to OTC desks, which are over-the-counter desks, to accumulate more Bitcoin because they have to meet the demand of their customers. Okay, but the good thing about this is one thing that sets us that makes Bitcoin different than gold or stocks or any other asset is the fact that we trade 24/7, 365. So while these institutions are closed, because remember they have to operate by the banker hours, generally like 9 to 5, closed on the weekends, closed on the holidays, that type of stuff. We still have the opportunity to purchase Bitcoin. We can still go to crypto exchange X, Y, and Z and buy that Bitcoin if we want to. We can custody it ourselves. And I've really talked about on the channel heavily, I don't like the spot ETFs. I don't think that they're good. Only thing I think that they're going to do is allowing traditional finance to come into the industry and essentially manipulate the markets and kind of take away a tool that we were given by Satoshi to essentially hedge against the US dollar or however you want to use it. They were getting this taken from us by the traditional financial institutions that essentially have been preying upon us for years. So there's rumors that BlackRock is going around and trying to get as much Bitcoin as possible to meet the demand of their clients. Now, when we talk about this, this indicates that we're going to get a price pump, that we're going to get, positive price action. And the reason being is when you're dealing with a finite asset, when you're dealing with the asset that has a limited supply that is set forever, you can't make more of it. And when you can't make more of it and there's all this demand, that means number goes up. That's basic econ, supply and demand. When you have a low supply of something, generally demand increases. That's why when we take a look, let's say at rare baseball cards or whatever that is, number goes up. It could go up, could be very valuable. Also, smash a like. There's like 300 of you in here, but only 24 likes. We need at least 200, okay? So let's talk a little bit about the Bitcoin halving and why that's special and why that matters when we're talking about the scarcity of Bitcoin, okay? So the Bitcoin halving occurs, and you can say it however you want. I don't care about it. Every 210,000 blocks, so approximately every 4 years. And it's going to happen until the max supply of 21 million is mined. And the less Bitcoin on the market every 4 years, because essentially what's happening is they're mining this book, or they're giving, when a miner facilitates a transaction, they get a reward for it, and that miner reward gets cut in half, every 4 years. And it's actually going to be cut down from 6.25 to 3.125 Bitcoin. And the halving is about 60 days away. It's estimated about April 17th. Okay. And what that means is that the mining day, it's a floating date because it really depends on the productivity of the miners. And we're going to start to see some crazy price action happen, in my personal opinion, because again, if you have a big entity like BlackRock and all these traditionals, all these Bitcoin spot ETF holders or providers, they're going to need to actually get that asset, obtain that asset so that they can meet the demand of their customers. So again, the number goes up. But since that, generally when the halving occurs, there's like generally a price, number supposed to go down before and then pop back up. But again, we're operating in this new market, and we really don't know what's going to happen with Bitcoin. We don't know what's going to happen with the price. We don't know what's going to happen as far as the supply goes. Obviously, it's 21 million forever, but we don't know how much these people are actually accumulating. And if they're going to all the OTC desks and they're purchasing all the Bitcoin there's not going to be a whole lot in the market. So people are going to start paying more and more and more. And yes, essentially you could still get it on a centralized exchange, but at the same time, there were some rumors way back when, before the crypto contagion, before the crypto collapse, that the amount of Bitcoin that these exchanges said that they had, they actually didn't have. So that's always been a rumor going on. And then now with the proof of reserves, we can kind of verify that to an extent. But at the same time, it gets a little bit interesting to see what's going to happen with the price of Bitcoin. And I know that aspect is exciting. I'm excited to make money, but it very well could be a lot harder for us to continue to accumulate Bitcoin. So if you're watching this now, you've done your due diligence, you've read Satoshi's white paper, you do understand the risk because Bitcoin technically is still a speculative asset, then you probably should consider maybe accumulating or figuring out what you want to do with that. Because in the next, who knows in the next 8 years, in the next year or so, we don't know how much Bitcoin will essentially be out there. We will be able to purchase and custody on our own. And yeah, you can go ahead and go through BlackRock or any of these predatory financial firms. But at the same time, that's kind of why we're in crypto, is so we can have access to our own money 24/7, 365. Because when you participate in the Bitcoin spot ETF, you're allowing another party to custody it for you, and you're also paying a fee. You're also paying them a fee to do that. So it's really a personal choice on how you want to hold your own Bitcoin. Me personally, I'd rather hold it myself. And the only way that I would utilize the Bitcoin spot ETFs if I can get some sort of tax break, because we talk about grifting as ethically as possible. So for me, what my plan is, I have different wallets with different amounts of Bitcoin in it. I have some for my daughter that's going to be kept for her until she's, 18, and then she can figure out what she wants to do. Does she want to take it to go on tour? Does she want to go to college with it, buy a car, whatever it is, or buy property? I don't know. But I've got one for her, and it's set aside in private. And me personally, I'm eventually going to cash out some of my Bitcoin. I'll probably cash out half of it maybe this cycle and maybe the rest the other cycle, but it kind of depends. That's just my personal plan. That may change. But at the same time, I'm very excited to see what's going to happen with price, because people are excited as well. But at the same time, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know any way, shape, or form. So I don't know. I just wanted to give you guys that bit of information, remind you that you essentially can front run traditional finance and BlackRock, and you can buy Bitcoin on the weekends if you want to, 24/7, 365. So again, it's a global market that everybody has equal access to, true decentralized economy. So I don't know, make sure you guys smash a like, share this, and I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. I'm gonna go eat a bagel with cream cheese. I just ate a bunch of bacon, and I think that's all that I wanted to tell you guys. But have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.